Hello.
Hi, John.
Hey.
So good to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much for this.
Definitely. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right before I was sitting in the chair behind you where I meditate. And I was I was doing all the things. I was connecting. And then I got a flash of us dancing around the fire.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my God, that's right. Yes. It was so cool. It was cool. Oh,
Fantastic.
man. Yeah.
I love the way that I get that a lot with my sessions, is that 2 to 3 days before, or sometimes even an hour, half an hour before a session, I'm getting like all these downloads, and I'm really bad at keeping secrets. I'm just like, don't share it yet. It's not the time to share it yet. And I often feel like it's a way of being able to kind of stretch my little human mind. It's like, okay, human, like you're gonna need to like expand some of that thinking, like, and be open. Don't be scared of it. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
You're right. Yeah, I get that. Like even before I found myself cleaning, and it happened, and before another session, I wanted to clean all of a sudden. I'm like, what is that? And I think it's because when we're busy, when we're physically busy cleaning, like so much comes through.
Yeah.
And it felt like I was like, whoa. Like, I don't even know, maybe it's a Kundalini awakening. For like the last couple of days, I've been feeling like this really weird release. So I was listening to Jenny's last 2 Sunday sessions while I was cleaning, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I have a session with John, and it was just like, it just felt so magical. Like, that's like the only word I can even begin to try to describe it,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I felt the last few days in particular, but just been having experiences like, I keep having this feeling on the left hand side of my, it's almost like the left hand side of my third eye. And it's not usually when there's like strong like Schumann resonance, or when I feel a physical change, I tend to get migraines, but it's not there. It tends to be much more front and center. And it's just like, what is this? And I kept asking my guides, like, I just feel this thing. What is it? And they're like, oh, it's your upgrades. Like you're going through this. Just rest. I'm like, okay, can I know what it is yet? And it's like, no, you'll find out in time.
That's so true. Like I get that. And it's so funny. While I was cleaning, I was thinking about our session, and I was thinking about what it means after this. And it was like, after this, I have my last class for my life coaching credential certification. Right. And I was like, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to hold another 3 sessions after. And it was just like all this information was coming through, and I was like, okay. And it's like, more is coming, but you don't know that, no one's letting you know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's coming, and you're here, and it's like, okay, and I heard, I kind of felt, I feel things more. So it was like, you just need to be present, like, just be here.
That's right. Just show up.
Just show up. Oh my God. I love that. Yeah. I love that. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, how about we start breathing together?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do the 3 deep breaths in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Out. Again. Hold. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. you're so clear. Like I have this wave of clearness coming from you, and you're overcoming something. And I can feel it in my solar plexus.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like I'm getting the sense of doubt, like you're overcoming the sense of doubt. And it's so beautiful. It's like we need this sense of doubt just to find out how miraculous and strong we are in our gifts and our being. And it sort of like debunks all of the programming that that we've come through and overcome. Ooh. And you're truly aligned, like you're coming through to the other side, like you're overcoming what you need to get to where you're going.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
So it's all so true.
I was trying to put it in a word. I can feel it, but it's like trying to put things in words. It's not always the easiest.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Would you like me to share what I'm experiencing as I experience it, or at the end?
Oh, please do. That would be beautiful.
So as we were breathing, I saw you straight away dancing around the fire. You were just in front of me to the left, and you turned to me in my second breath, and you took my hand, and you said, "Okay, we're stepping out of the circle of energy just now, because in this lifetime, in this incarnation, you are doing this." And so we stepped out together, and you immediately turned to me and you started scanning down through me. And as you did, you just stopped, and your hand was stopping at my solar plexus. And then you grabbed both my hands and you said, "Your hands, it's your hands, it's the energy in your hands. Look, this is what you're unlocking. You're unlocking this energy through your hands." And you're like shaking my hands like this. I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly, yes. It was incredible.
I love that. Oh, I love that. And I saw your hands and I was like, and I brushed it off because my humanness was like, no. What does this mean? How do I say this? It is your hands. Oh my goodness. You have a lot of healing energy in your hands. Like that's how it gets through. Oh my goodness. That's so amazing. Mm. Is that how you clear darkness, with your hands?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, easily with my two hands in front, just like you were doing at the start of the session, and when my hands were down. That's right.
Oh wow.
I feel like I'm getting like a whole story told to me. It's so long.
I can feel it going through. It's like I'm just holding it here so it can go.
The first thing I heard is that you and I have a shared guide, a spirit guide,
Oh my goodness.
and
Oh,
that I was trying to find out what alien race she is. I think she's blue, but I can't. She says we wouldn't understand her race, which is new to me, and that this circle of fire that we've seen ourselves dance around, that us and others dance around, was part of our training, almost like a graduation when we were younger, from advancing from a soul nebula, to then practicing the gifts. It's where our gifts activated. Wow, my hands. And that this energetically, as we ran around, as we danced around fire, we were creating almost like this infinity loop of energy. And that although it was a stage in our soul's development, the practice itself created like a quantum kind of loop, almost like it's always there. It never ends. It's parts of our souls are always there, and that's also how our gifts are attached. Wow. I just feel like this, my hands just this like huge white light and golden light at the center, like white around the outside, like quite far out, like maybe a feet or 2 feet out.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's such strength, and yeah. And
I'm being told to let you talk. I love that.
That's awesome. There's so much. I was saying there's so much strength in your hands to use the energy. Like your hands are such a gift. Oh my goodness, they're such a gift.
Thank you.
Okay, something about rays. Like we could shoot. This sounds funny. This is gonna sound funny. Okay, like shooting rays. Like it's like a joke almost. Like we're joking. Like I'm telling you, like, oh, shoot rays out of your hands. Like I don't know where it's coming from. I make jokes, so maybe that's just part of me. But
no, it feels so true. It feels. Yeah. I feel right now the sensation is much stronger than I would feel in one of my darkness clearing sessions where I use the gift the most. Yeah. And I have the sense of the white lights on the outside quite high, and then golden lights closer to my hand, and then physically in my hand like electricity.
Oh,
that it's like a sparkling energy. It almost has, I can almost hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's almost like you're holding a light bulb without the bulb part. Yeah. And it's like, it's like in your hand. Like that's how I see it. And I think I'm telling you to shoot it like rays because I'm exaggerating. So then you do that, and that's how you use your gift. It's I think I'm just being, I'm just exaggerating. So then you do it, and you know, like I don't know if that makes sense. It's
it does. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I think that's part of my thing. I guess I need to exaggerate things, and then people do it at their level, and then it works. Oh, that's a cool thing to come through. Yeah. Because that's something it
feels very much like an activation, like you're showing me the true potential of the gift. I can feel its true potential more than I've ever felt it.
Oh, that's so cool. Mm. That's, yeah, that resonates for me as well. Like I help people feel, they always tell me, oh, I feel so much better after talking with you. And I think I help them just, like my whole goal is so people can see their light.
Yeah.
Like that's like a human goal. And then like it goes deeper than that. It goes spiritual. Like who knew it went, I didn't realize it went really, really spiritual.
Yeah.
To the point of true gifts, you know. That's so beautiful. Thank you for that.
Thank you for this experience. It's incredible. And I'm being shown how the gift is replenished, how it's not just of me. It's like a reminding me both how to connect into Gaia below and then source above as the grounding and sourcing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I just love this.
There's also this, as part of this activation, you're taking me through showing me it's the connection of my solar plexus to the place, to the fire that we dance around, that it's like quantum entanglement where two atoms in the universe are always connected no matter what their distance is, and that they are one and the same. Oh, okay. I'm being told to stop talking.
I love that. It resonates. And it's like the bottom of your solar plexus that's connected to your sacral chakra.
Mm-hmm.
And that will help you, because I'm feeling that. And I have a feeling like it seems as though that point in your chakra really benefits from going into Gaia, like in grounding in there, and grounding, like focusing on that point for some reason. I think because it connects it, like that chakra connects at that point, connects to the other chakras.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe there's a clearing. I trust the activation. Trust yourself within this activation. That's helping your solar plexus get ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see what I'm showing you. Can I describe what I've been seeing?
Yes,
Is
please.
that okay?
Yes,
I don't like
absolutely.
I don't like interrupting.
Oh,
I just as you made that noise as you went, oh, like you were feeling energy, was when I was guided to show you my soul's origin. I in the astral realm stood up in my light body and expanded my angel wings as a tall white angel of light. And as I did so, you did the same. You stood up like a light angel with your wings spread out. And our shared guide was showing us that we are our angel origins, our angelic origins come from the galactic sun, the center of this universe. This is why our guide's alien species is not known. It is angelic. our origins are also angelic. And we then were taken on a journey. I could see as being shown the lifetimes that we'd shared previously together. I saw many different countries on Earth, and they were showing many times that we have done this. And said, you always find each other, and you find it hard to explain it, but you go back to that our soul's childhood, this quantum loop of it is such fun and joy and energy, of our graduation that never ends. And I was just guided to say to you, tell John everything. Tell John any words you want, anything you see, and it is okay to experience this differently. I felt that you're experiencing something different as I was going through this.
I was experiencing, there was a point when the energy, like I was clearing it. I was clearing something in your solar plexus and putting it in Gaia.
Yeah.
And then when you said, do you see what I'm showing you? All I saw were streaks of white.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw streaks of white, and I'm like, I don't know, that's, what it is or not, but, and then I felt the energy coming in again when it was like the telling came in. I don't want to say story or script, even though those words might resonate, but it's more like a telling, like a storyteller, or just the telling, like it's the truth, it's the telling of what is, I guess, the telling of what is. There we go. Yeah. The telling of what is. So and I was bringing that through, and that was like, it was funny. It wasn't heavy like other things have been heavy. It was very like light, but it was definitely needed to be held. So I was holding it. I was holding it in. I was holding it in. And it's funny. I'd never noticed that before. Yeah, absolutely. So
when
I was
you
holding
it. Wow. When you were clearing at the start, before I stood up and spread my angel wings, I saw this face. It's quite small. It reminded me almost like a wolf. And I was being shown that this was part of, it's like I find it hard to describe. I'm so used to dealing with attachments, yet to explain my own is difficult. But it was, to me, it represented like a small wolf. It was like a wound from a past life where I had disconnected root, sacral, solar plexus chakras, and that this attachment remained. It was constraining the link between them. They work, but they were constrained. And this is what I had just before the session. They said, John, you can trust in this session, but there will be some removal. Don't worry, it's painless. They said. And it's like, okay. That's good news.
That's so beautiful. I love it. And that's what it was. It was like a darkness that was between your solar plexus and your sacral. It was on the bottom of your solar plexus, and it was like I felt like I had to braid it through. Like I felt like I was just moving it around and helping it ease out because it was entangled. So I was like easing it out, and so bringing it down to where it needed to go because it didn't belong there anymore. Oh.
Thank you so much. It's been a journey, such a journey. I don't know if you've seen any of my sessions with Jenny, but every time I go to any session, it's always my solar plexus, and it's the first place I feel fear, in the kind of pit of my stomach.
Yeah.
And it's been Yeah, it's been a journey, but I knew that I was close. I knew I was close to clear. But thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for the dark energy that lived out its purpose and the lessons it helped teach me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Its purpose is cleared. Its purpose has been fulfilled.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whew. I feel like there's something you want to share. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's true. So I'm being shown the galactic sun, and it is just giant. It's very hard in space to get a sense of scale, but it is huge, and it is Source talking through it very loud. It's like a broadcast.
Ooh.
I can channel it if you wish.
That would be beautiful.
Thank you. It's so loud, but I can't quite tune in. Give me a second. Awaken angels, awaken angels, awaken angels. Each angel has its time. Each angel has its gift. Each angel has its frequency. Stand clear now of your old patterns. Stand clear of your fear. Stand up tall. Spread out your wings. And remember why you came here. Remember your soul's purpose. For I flow through you. I am of you and you are of me. This planet at this time needs angels like you and me. So here you are in this lifetime, reconnecting again, activating each other again. Trust that feeling. Do not seek external validation. All of your gifts, all of your power is inside of you. It is from the central sun. It is from Source. We are Source. We are Source. Awaken, angel. Awaken. Wow, thank you. And then I see it. It's just saying, I'm going to repeat again. Okay. Okay. I think we get it. Wow. And I think what it's saying is, what Source is saying is that there's almost like a dance and a song, like some of that felt like almost like poetry. And it's saying this awakened angel will echo for us both through meditations and dream time and whenever we're not busy with our 3D human bodies doing our chaotic things. Thank you, Source.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, I can just see now, like this so clearly. This, it's almost like plasma electricity. And So I was looking, the synchronicity for me is this morning I was watching, YouTube had recommended me one of my songs, and the video is called Quantum Lightning. And in the video, effects throughout the song are blue lightning, almost plasma-like, that just flows constantly through the image. And this is the song is about 8 months old. It was my most popular song so far, with over 100,000 views, which I did not understand why. Why was the song so special? And it's showing me, because John, it's your gift. It's your gift.
It's your gift.
The universe said, John, we're going to have to give you a sign because you're not really listening. Okay, thank you. So not only did I love it, it's so me. It's like, so not only did I have to channel the lyrics, write the song, put the video out, wonder for about 8 months why on earth it was so popular, and then finally come to the session and go, oh yeah, it's because it's actually my gift. Thank you. I love that.
Oh, and all that growth during those 8 months that got you here. Isn't that just, it's so incredible. So like, it's so juicy. It's so full.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. That message was beautiful. It reminds me that we're here to not be afraid, to actually use our gifts and help people wake up, and for us to wake up and help people as we go through.
Yeah, it's so it's so simple. Like, I was wondering at the end, would there be some, something specific, or like, go and do this thing, and it's like, no, just like wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up, trust yourself. Okay, I've got it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And know your gifts. Like, know that they're working for you. They're working with you. Like, they're working with you, for you, with you. And
I can, as you're saying those words, I'm just seeing the galactic sun like pulsing. Like, it's huge, but it's like going in and out. It's almost like a speaker does when it plays music, and you can see it up closer in slow motion. It's like this resonating these waves out, just pulsing these galactic waves. I always wondered where the galactic waves come from. It never really occurred to me where. Wow, this is where they come from. This is where the source of our planet's awakening comes from, is the galactic waves and the angels that awaken. As angels awaken, as more awaken, the waves become more intense. It's beautiful.
oh, it's like air.
I can hear our guide saying, if you want to, you can accelerate the waves. Oh, wow. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I feel that we can, it's like the exaggeration of when I was like, shoot them out of your hands. It's like we can exaggerate it, and it actually will benefit. I use the word exaggerate because it's human. So it's how I relate. My mind relates to it.
Yeah.
The physical movement. Oh, it's like, I just want to like go here. whatever this is here.
Yeah.
And give it. Yeah. Oh goodness. It actually felt really good, because it was like, it wasn't, I needed to do that.
I'm hearing to not be afraid for us to, this is our guide saying to trust. We can do it right now. We can, it's very sensitive. Like if you pulse out the energy through your hands just slightly, you feel it reacting with the galactic sun that soars, just the tiniest vibrations. And that it's an infinity cycle. So as the source generates these galactic waves through the central sun, we receive them as light beings and we reflect them back. And it continually grows. It heals us and heals and grows. Galactic sun soars.
It's not gonna, I see the loop, it's not running out. Like there's no need to be afraid of it leaving because it's not leaving.
That is beautiful. I've seen that a lot recently. And in some of my sessions, that helping people complete their infinity loops. And I've been guided recently to practice a lot to not just use my energy. My energy is so tiny in comparison to being able to channel the energy through from source to fill my cup.
Oh, I feel that. I feel that. I understand.
And I couldn't, until recently, I didn't understand why I have no fear when I clear darkness. Because I have fear in the rest of my life. So why not here? And I'm just being reminded that it's because of this. It's because of this infinity loop that it is an infinite rebalancing ability. That this gift is, we never destroy darkness, we rebalance. And there is an infinite balance, I guess, that you can perfect the balance between light and darkness for infinity. It never ends.
I keep seeing like a dark sky with stars in it, and we wouldn't be able to see the stars if the sky wasn't dark.
That's so true. Yeah, I keep saying that recently too. We shine our brightest in the darkness. That's why our souls came here at this time.
I keep feeling that. I keep having visions of me as a little kid playing in the dirt alone. I feel like I was playing with you when I was a kid, like a little child.
Wow.
Like you weren't there, but you were.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see me. That's a strange thing to say. I can see you as a child, and you know that I had this too as a child. Because my parents I called it an imaginary friend, but I knew that it was my guide. I had a dolphin, but you saw me. You called me your angel. And I'm just hearing that.
You were sitting with me in the hospital. You were sitting with me in the hospital. I was in the hospital when I was little, and you were there. Because I knew it would be okay. Like everyone was so worried about me, but I knew it would be okay. And you just reassured me all the time, telling me it's going to be okay. Like this is just part of it. Yeah, I needed surgery on something. Wow.
Yeah, I can see your face. And that this was a repeating pattern for us.
Yeah.
To be there, especially as children. It's somehow related to our, I say somehow, I just haven't figured it out yet. It is related, it is connected to the graduation of our souls. This pattern repeats through lifetimes too. That we were teaching each other to dance in our energies, to reconnect with our gifts, and that the challenge we both had was that the gift paid, the price we pay as we become humans is that it becomes very difficult to maintain a healthy body.
Yeah.
They're just saying to me, this is quite funny. So in this life, my two brothers are much taller than me. They're like, I'm about 5'7", they're about 6 foot to 6'2", and I always wondered why. And they said, and they're just saying, John, like the fact that you're so different to your brothers, it's like your body took a lot longer to grow because you were assimilating this gift to this lifetime.
I get that. I keep feeling I've always been a little like clumsy, and it's because I'm always getting used to my body. I'm always like trying to just be in my body and find out where it is.
Yeah.
Because where I think it is and where it actually is are two different.
It's boundaries. Yeah.
It's meditation helps with that for sure. Oh my goodness. And that's been happening since I was a kid.
I'm just being asked a question. It's usually the other way around. The question for us is, so now what will you do with your gifts?
Use them. Find ways to use them.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I keep seeing this image, so I'm gonna share it. I was playing in the dirt by trees, and I was alone. And I had these really cool keychains that were in shapes of animals. One of them was a panda, another one like a koala, another one like a bear or something like that. I loved pandas. So I played with the panda one, and I used it, and I would put it in my hand, and I would pretend it had magic, and I would like open portals with it. And I think you were there when I would open up portals with it. And I think like I'm seeing you coming through and just be like spending time with me. And then you would go back. And there were two other little boys I played with, and they didn't like the fact that I played with these keychains. They thought it was boring. And I was like, why? It's so magical. Do you not see what I see? Yeah. And I think I wanted to be more accepted. So my eyesight get worsened. And I think that's sometimes when I can't see things with my third eye, that's part of it.
Wow. That's so powerful. I see it so clearly as you describe it.
Yeah.
And I was just being shown that they're showing me that you were my guide, the dolphin, when I was born. I called the dolphin Buckle. And we played at the pond at the end of my garden. And you would put your head up through the water. You would talk to me like talk to me telepathically. And I'm just taking a moment to hold space for that time as I received so much in that period. I was very young. I have terrible memory, but my memory of when I was just months old is incredibly vivid.
Wow.
I remember I must have been maybe only 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 or 5 months old, as I began to crawl. I remember the chair legs, table legs I crawled under. I remember the front door was wooden, red painted with square glass with circle patterns in them. I remember the garden, and I would go and visit you in the bottom of the garden alone. And you would give me such powerful downloads. And there was just this, wow, just seeing this blast of like divine light coming through my third eye. And it was all about preparing me for this. And preparing me for the decades that I would shut down my psychic abilities. I would shut down my third eye. And it was all for this moment, for this lifetime, for this highest timeline that I've stepped into now so freely. And you left me, you said goodbye. I never really understood why you left. And I carried that wound. Do you know why you left?
It's funny. I was just gonna say I saw the garden, and I was telling you, you're gonna remember soon. And when you remember, don't lose it. You're going to activate yourself.
Yes.
And let it all come through. And I had to leave because I didn't want you relying on me because you had it within you. That's what it was. I didn't want to leave either, but you had to do it yourself. Oh, I couldn't always be there, and I was sad. Oh.
It's definitely the heroine's journey of
yeah.
walking this
I was
path
only
alone.
meant to be a guide for a little bit, for so long. Yeah, it's a very I'm grateful we found each other now. Like it can be extremely lonely. We are alone. It's beautiful though to be alone because
thank you so much. Thank you for this. Absolutely. Thank you for the time that you're my guide.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing me then and now. All of it. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
And I never let go. Even when I was shut down. Even when I shut myself down, I would laugh and say, when I was drunk at the pub with friends, I would say, I had an imaginary friend. And it was my spirit guide. And as I laughed, I knew it was true. I laughed because it was true. Mm-hmm. The one truth kept me through this. Oh, wow. So many times, so many years. So many tears.
So many.
Thank you. And I understand why you left. It's such a beautiful gift. It is so hard for a guy to leave, knowing that your time with me was short, and that during that time I was fully awake. I could see demons and ghosts and energies,
Mm-hmm.
and I was alone, except my mother, who could see, but she had shut down also.
My mother was the same. At night, I had a panda bear. After I got surgery, I had the panda bear, and it was white and black. And I would hold it at night and cry every night because I felt so alone.
Oh.
My goodness. That panda bear is in a bag in my attic right now because it's like shedding.
Oh,
So yeah.
it's beautiful.
I'm so grateful you were there and I was there.
There's a symbol to the panda.
Mm.
It is darkness and light.
Oh yeah.
My dog, I don't know if you saw my music video yesterday, but I posted a song. My dog Patch is a Papillon and he's black and white. And the song is called Darkness, Light, and Everything in Between. And it is the symbol of the balancing, the rebalancing in your gift. And that you can take your panda bear back now. And panda bear, you should keep it in your sights, perhaps in your shrine where you meditate. And
Yes.
you do not need to understand how, but over time you will see it heal.
Mm.
Just as you step into your gifts again now. I'm just being reminded I'm wearing black and white too, and I have I have a black hoodie and white love, and then a white background, and it's like, oh wow.
Oh goodness. And I'm wearing black with all the colors.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. And it's funny, I almost changed and I was like, no, this is how I feel. This is okay.
It's incredible.
Oh,
I love that.
it's
I love how we're
beautiful.
guided to wear what is so symbolic.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually, I love the word love. So I don't know, I used to write it all the time when I was younger. I used to write it, and then I love hearts, and you have a heart on your hoodie.
Yeah.
Like I love hearts. I have a Shungite heart next to me.
Oh wow.
Like I love hearts. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. How funny is that?
That's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It feels so good, John. It feels so good.
It's such a beautiful gift. Thank you for this.
Thank
It's
you.
really incredible.
It's so incredible. It's so wonderful to know you were the one that I was portaling in. If that's the word, I don't know. Portaling in, that's what feels right. And it was a panda. It was a panda keychain, and I would portal you in by the trees. And I would play with the fairies.
I love that.
Oh.
We have a lot of fairies here as well. I'm just being shown there's my knowledge of pandas isn't great, but just being shown there is a symbol to the panda. It's something to do with do pandas live long, or they have long pregnancies? Something about pandas' behaviors that are long term, like they perhaps spend a long time finding their right partner, and then they spend a long time through pregnancy, and then It's like they're always preparing for the future, but they don't know, they don't need to know what's going to happen. They're just, I don't know. I think as a human, I describe preparing as planning, but it's not planning. It's like, just like being,
Progressing.
yeah, being open and being on that journey. It's linked to the bamboo that they eat. I don't understand.
Oh my goodness. I was thinking bamboo. Like I saw the word bamboo and then I saw bamboo. And then I saw a lot of bamboo.
Yeah, it's the
Something
bamboo.
about,
It's
oh, bamboo. When you plant it, it takes 5 years to grow. And
yeah,
then once it
that's
starts
it.
growing, it's like this. I think it's symbolic for us. Like we've
Yeah,
taken a while to get to where we are. And then now that we're here, it's, yeah,
yeah.
it's the progress.
And to do
And
with
then,
us, go ahead.
oh, and I said, and the pandas, I know they sleep for a while. Like I remember them sleeping. And it's like if they take a long time to do certain things, and it's just the steps of progression, like the
Yeah,
bamboo. But they always get it. Like it's always right where they are always right where they need to be. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that's what's coming through. They're always right where they need to be.
It's so beautiful.
It is.
It's so much of my story has been like the journey of me writing songs every day for almost 4 years, of meditating every day and never really knowing my mission, but not knowing where the mission would take me. And I just being reminded of this beautiful gift of enjoying that journey. I never need to know where it's going to end up. I do know now, I do trust now that it's bigger than anything I could ever imagine. And just like Jenny helped me activate my gift of clearing last summer, that I had to practice for 3 years meditating every day and channeling to get to the stage where I was able to hold those sessions and channel in real time. And that writing a song every day was almost like this feedback loop of listening, channeling, creating, and then, okay. So I'm being shown, actually, this was in my podcast yesterday. I was talking through how when I create music, that it sounds strange to explain, but I am one of the main recipients of my music. And this is because when I put the music out to those that resonate with it, that they reflect back the love that they feel, because I encode my music with the love I feel. And that this is like the infinity loop. It completes the loop of where I take the source energy, I channel it through, and I create it into music. And I then resonated it back to people who are also connected to source. Everyone is, who then reflect it back to me. And then the next day I write another song. And this process just continues like a baby step every day. And it's never been about the number of songs that I write. It's just these steps each day, like the panda is slow, but always in the right place, gradually moving to where the bamboo is next. It cannot stay in the same place because it will starve. The bamboo cannot grow that fast. And I don't know why they're saying this. The pandas cannot grow bamboo.
I love that. I love that. I get it. I get what that means. It's like this inner knowing of like our gifts, we cultivate them. We don't grow them. Like we embrace them and we practice with them. And as they get stronger, as we keep doing that, yeah, they get stronger and they get more activated. it's basically, we have to water it every day. And that's what you've been doing. You've been watering your gifts every day.
It's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about when the panda moves to the next space to eat the new bamboo. There's this path of exploration. The panda instinctively knows where to go next, and at the right time. I'm just seeing like my gift, like this plasma electricity. It's quite blue. And okay, and so I'm being shown that when you, just as the panda would progress and eat more bamboo, that we progress with our gifts. Like we try, every time we step forwards, try your gift in different ways. Try your gift in different ways. It does many things. It's not just your creative gifts. I think that's why you were showing us the rays. Like it's not limited to any space and time. Oh wow. So sometimes as a human I feel so stupid compared to like as these stories, like as it all connects together. But I'm just like you were saying that the rays, when you were describing them coming out of my hands, that they are actually interdimensional and they travel through space and time to any space and time anywhere in the universe. And the past life that I've had some of the biggest wounding of, that I was healing, and I speak about it many times, but it was as I was a seer on a planet that was at war with another planet. And I was like the early warning system for the military defense. And I saw, we did not believe the enemy had the power to destroy a planet, and it was my job to see them, to feel their work. I could see through them. It's through this gift. I never realized it was through the same gift. It is they're just saying, slow down, John.
I know. I just felt like it's in your body.
Yeah.
It's in your body, and it comes out of your hands. It's not in your hands. It comes out of your hands.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah. It comes out of your hands. And you can hold it there. But it's everywhere inside of you. It's everywhere inside of you. I'm supposed to say that like a lot. It's everywhere inside of you. It's everywhere inside of you.
It's I don't understand yet, but it's the universe inside of us, in each of us. Everywhere inside of you is everywhere in the universe, inside of you and outside of you, because they are the same. The inside of you is reflected outside of you. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow. That got me.
So this is how I saw by looking inside. And this is why the gift is unstoppable, because there is no force that can look inside of you when you protect yourself. It can't manipulate the inside of you. Darkness cannot manipulate the inside of you. But you can see, heal, and affect, and clear anything in the universe from looking inside. Inside. I'm just having flashbacks now of my meditation this morning and my song. I'm just trying to remember its title. Feel the future, but I almost called the song Inside. And it's because the chorus is something, I can't remember. It's something like your future is created from inside of you. The universe around you is created from inside of you. It is your feelings, how you feel right now, that creates your reality around you and your future. But future is not really a future tense. It's just part of now.
It's a feeling. I I had that this morning, and it was like, there is no, like I feel into the future, like I'll feel into something, like if it's meant to be or not,
Yeah.
or what, or to just to guide myself. And I'll go, oh, like it's like touching a hot pan, like, oh, not yet.
Yeah.
And it's a feeling that I understand that so much. Like I'm having a, yeah, explaining it's different, but I understand that so much.
I'm being shown, I've never seen this before. I'm being shown a wave. So imagine like a wave that a surfer would go on, but the wave is not, is still. And we're just at the top of the wave. We're almost like standing on top of it. And behind us, we see our past. And in front of us, we're quite close to the future. The future is the crest of the wave, just breaking in front of us. And as you're describing reaching out, I saw you just reaching your hand just to touch almost at your feet, just to see, yeah, there's the future. But it's always there. It's always the same, just like the past. And the wave is the present moment. We feel, I was trying to explain this to my son yesterday, that my childhood memories and everything in between feel like they happened yesterday. And it's because of the feelings. The feelings do not have time. There's no time to feelings.
They just are.
They just
like,
are.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because I love that metaphor. When you're on the board and you're in the present on the wave, if you focus too much on the past or the future, you're going to lose track of the wave, and you fall, you shatter. And I think that can happen in life if you're it's really like just maintaining the balance of the present moment.
That's so true. And control. I keep hearing control. The surfer can't control the wave.
Yes, control. You can only control yourself. Like you can only control parts of you that linger off. And
that's so beautiful. It's been a theme for me about control. And this is, as you started the session, you explained about me that this part of me just awoke quite recently, where I have almost infinite trust in myself now. I'm on Saturday, I put in an offer for a house, a much smaller house, half the size of our current house, for my wife and 2 children. I'm reducing my day job hours from 5 days a week to 3 days a week. And I'm just opening up that, and I'm just opening up that space. Just opening them up. I just feel my hands like glowing, like celebrating, like cheering. And it's the panda, right? The panda's going, you can't stay here now. You're moving on to this next pasture. It's the right time. And you don't need to understand every step. Because of course I ask questions like, should I just completely leave my day job? It's like not quite yet. You know it's going to happen. But you don't need to control it.
You just feel into it, and then like feel like what feels right. And I love how you ask that question, because you can feel into that question, and if it feels right, then it's a yes. If it doesn't, then it's not yet. As you were saying. I love that. I love filling into those questions. And it'll guide you. It'll guide you. And I'm sure that's what the panda does. I can imagine that. I can imagine the panda being guided and filling into each guidance. Ooh, yeah. And trusting yourself enough to trust the feeling that you have being guided toward.
Wow. And to receive. I'm being shown that pandas have psychic gifts, which I wasn't aware of. And it's almost like the gift is in receiving. This is why they are large and round. is because
Beautiful.
this is my lesson recently to receive,
Mm-hmm.
more. I give so much
Yeah.
that giving without receiving is a broken cycle
Mm-hmm.
of the infinity loop.
Oh, yes.
So just creating
Yes,
that
yes.
space.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. I've been there. Yeah, I'm still working through it. Like,
I hear that. It's like they're saying, you too, you too.
yes,
Wow.
yes, yes, yes.
And I'm just being reminded. I something I've been practicing myself is what we can do is you can actually structure the time, right? So it's a very human thing to do, but you can say for this 2 hours, my task is to receive, and it's a
Ooh, I
great
love that.
practice. And so I practice it by I still do stuff, but I'll like go and like I won't use my phone, and I'll go and walk with my dog in nature, or um, I might even go for a nap or a bath.
Mm, I
And I
love
just do something where it's a semi-meditative state, and actually set the intention when you do it. Say it out loud. Say, "This is my receiving time." Okay.
that.
This is my
I love
receiving time.
that.
It's almost like a song. This is my receiving time. And
I love that. It takes the pressure off, like the word self-care and it takes the pressure off of, is it, did I do
yeah,
enough? Did I do this? It really opens it up to, this is my receiving time. I'm receiving whatever it is, like whatever you're needing in that moment. Ooh, that's so amazing.
and I see standing in front of a tree. I did this at lunchtime today. I just stood in front of a tree, and it's almost like they're showing me the tree and the bamboo together, like they're symbolic of being the same thing. And they're
Mm-hmm.
saying the tree, when you go and just like my dog Patch, he wheezes a lot, so he scents a lot. So he stops every like 2 minutes and scents. And the beauty of it, whilst it's incredibly frustrating as a human, the beauty is I know every tree near our house in such intimate detail, and that when we set the intention to receive, this is when we just let that beautiful energy of the tree, of source, of creativity come through, and
Yeah.
acknowledge it as you receive it. Like, speak to it, touch it, connect.
Mm-hmm. And like I'm seeing my daughter, I have a 4-year-old, and she takes time to do things. And
Yeah,
even though, again, being a human and wanting to leave, it that can be frustrating. However, there's beauty in it because it gives me more time in that moment with her to show patience, to show her love, like that I'm here waiting for her. She's with me versus me lingering away, and
yeah,
just being in that moment and walking with her and having more. I can totally relate to this. It's so interesting.
that's right. I I'm the same with my 12-year-old son. We love and my 16-year-old daughter. We all love as a family walking together, and it's just being shown that receiving is not just an alone activity. That
Mm-hmm.
receive, look at the clouds together. What do they look like? What shapes do they look like? Look at the faces that you see in the trees. Feel the energy with your hand. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
I feel it really different on my left hand, the receiving hand. I feel
Mm-hmm.
it's not something I've felt before. It's like it's being touched. Oh, okay. It's so you can practice this when you go to a tree. Put your left hand near it, and you'll actually feel the tree's energy flowing up and down. Trees they drink a lot of water, so they're constantly taking the water up from the earth, the energy up from the earth. And
Wow.
you will feel it like a bit like a magnet to your hand. You'll feel its energy. I can feel it on my left leg as well.
Mm.
Um, And it's being shown this is the spirit of the tree. This is the life force of the tree. You can feel it.
And it's feeling us. I want to say feeling and feeding. Like it's a connection. Like we're feeding each other the energy that when you're with the tree.
That's right.
That's so beautiful.
That's what I do at the end of every darkness clearing session. I have two beautiful trees. I think I don't know trees very well, but I think they're large conifers, about 40 foot high. And I just put my hands. One is split into two, and it's one tree, but with two massive trunks. And it's perfect because I put my right and my left hand on each trunk, and I connect in. Why am I being shown this? Okay, they're saying you should do it also. Do you have trees? Do you have a tree in your garden?
Yeah, we have palm trees and we have fruit trees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because I was feeling to tell you, I've always loved trees and I've always like stared at trees and wanted trees around me all the time. Played near trees. Beautiful. Yeah, I've always been connected to trees.
They see you. They see you. They know your energy. Do you understand your gift yet? Of how, I think what they're showing me is differences in our gifts. Do you know yet your gift?
Not completely.
With trees.
No, not really. I know that I can. Not really. No. I'm open to reason. I guess.
I'm being shown you're holding your left hand against the tree and you're receiving. Your hand it starts touching when you first connect. It's almost like a ritual when you first connect. You've done this before in many lifetimes. So when you connect with the tree, you honor it. You go through a grounding and you connect into source, and then you ask the tree's permission. And then you connect into the hive mind of the nature the tree is connected to, whether it's other trees around you, plants, and you feel what they feel. You can tell if there's toxins in the soil, if there's dry areas where the trees are struggling for their roots to feed. And you can talk and communicate through them. It's like a voice that you hear. You can ask them questions. You assimilate to the hive mind with them when you connect like this. And you can connect. In past lives, you've communicated with other humans through this by just putting your hand on a tree. You can leave messages. And you can send messages through the water where the water is connected, the energy that flows through the water, but it is not restricted to what you would normally be conscious of as a human, because so much of Gaia's underground water is connected, underground rivers, and being shown like the grid of the planet. Oh, wow. So
I can see it.
It's
like veins.
Yeah.
It's like veins, like the water's veins in Gaia.
And what we might think traditionally is an energetic grid, that the water is one with the grid as well.
The water's energy.
Yes. And so you can communicate with anything connected.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Anything. I've only seen this as a human. I've only seen this in meditations with standing stones in the UK, where I would go back and understand in past lives how they were used, and I'd see like we would call them druids or pagans or witches, and what we would do is we would, to use the stone connected to the grid, we would walk up to it and set the intention, and we'd place our hand on it and do my right hand now to send a message, and we'd set the intention of to who and where, and we could communicate with. It was like much better than the internet, because you could store a message in the local stone if you wished, or you could transmit it across the grid, and you could broadcast. So you could say, hey, anyone in the world right now, I need help with this. And you could leave questions, or you could ask for someone to come and visit you because they could tell from the grid where you are. And you could also talk real time. So you could say to someone, when the moon is full, please. I don't quite understand the significance of the moon, but there was like, wherever you were in the planet, there was something that happened. There was a natural phenomenon that happens that everyone can see at the same time. So you could say, when the moon is full, please meet at your stone and we will talk. And then you would telepathically communicate to the grid. So you don't need a stone.
Wow.
You just need a tree. Wow.
Yeah. I just have this feeling like I can do so much. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just hear you should practice, and they're saying we should practice.
We should totally practice.
I should use a stone, you should use a tree.
Yeah. And we can talk to each other. Like we can connect. That's what we did. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what we did. When I was bringing you through the portal, I was always near a tree.
Wow.
Right. I didn't even know.
I know.
Like I had no idea what I was doing. I was just doing it. I was a kid, when you're a kid, you just do things. You don't question it. You just do it. And
Wow.
That's so, it's pretty hilarious.
I just being shown you did more than just bring through a light body. You could physically bring people through portals. You can physically teleport people. Wow.
That's a trip. Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm just saying to our guide, like, really? Like, is this really a thing? They're like, you've got to trust this. Like, go with us here. Like, wow.
I'm feeling as though I need to use my gift a lot more to do that. Like that's going to be something that's going to come down the line. And I have oh my gosh, I saw something. It's an opening of Earth. I don't know. Hold on. It's like an opening of Earth, and it's that gift coming through. And it's more like something has to unlock, like Earth has to unlock again, because she's been unlocking for a while, but like another unlocking, and that will happen. And the other person needs to consent for it. Like it needs to be like a mutual understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Oh my goodness.
I'm seeing to both be barefoot on the ground.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm barefoot right now.
Yeah, me too. And
oh good.
I was just feeling my feet. And then you can practice with natural things. Like I just saw an acorn. I don't really understand why I'm seeing an acorn. They said practice. What you'll see is what you'll see is it just appear. I think that's what you're saying with an opening the ground. Like it just appears, and like where did the acorn come from? And it's showing an acorn because it doesn't exist. You don't have an acorn tree. I was like, Does she have an
Yeah.
acorn tree? Like, no.
No.
That's why you will see an acorn.
And I just saw a dime in the dirt. Like, it's when you see things in the dirt that weren't there ever. And
Yeah.
and as a kid, I always thought they were just there. I just didn't see them, but it's because they just came through.
Yeah. This is linked to the fairy magic also. Fairies love doing this, where they take our crystals in particular, and put them in different places. Like, how did you get there? And they're just saying, this is like their same kind of teleportation magic, where they have such fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you will also, it's like the magic and the fun, like, it should be celebrated.
Oh, yeah.
It is part of the energy. It's almost like we always think of, whenever I think of Gaia, I'm always like, oh, I'm so sorry that we're abusing you all the time. And she's like, I'm not all misery, you know. I have fun too. And this is like, these are some of the things I can do with you.
Mm-hmm.
These are some of the games you can play together.
It's like she wants us to enjoy her and to really bask in being human. And being human is like, for me, it's being with trees.
Yeah.
I want trees. And I hear myself say that, like, I want to live by lots of trees.
I'm surrounded by trees here.
How beautiful.
These huge tall pines, they're way bigger than our houses, and such magical places.
Oh, wow. It sounds magical. I can see it's deeply magic.
I would like to show you, keep that vision. I'd like to show you the woods next to my house. Let me show you their past, if you bear with me 1 second. Wow. Okay. Did you see it?
I did. I saw both. I saw on like an overview and then inside. And it's like magical.
Yeah.
I see like mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And the ground is beautiful. Like, it just feels so good. It's almost like I want to stay there.
You want to what, sorry?
Oh, I want to stay there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you describe the darkness to me?
It feels moist. Like there's water in the air.
Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't feel dark though. I feel the love of the trees. Like, I can feel their green on me. Oh, goodness.
The darkness is no longer there.
Yeah.
I cleared it. Do you know, can you see its past? Can you see its reason it's there?
It was like a wound.
Yes.
It was painful. It was like a pit. Like a red pit.
Yes.
And I can feel that in my body.
Wow, yes. Such energy. Can you see the source of where the wound came from? Why it was wounded?
I feel like it was an entity, like it was a dark entity. Why was the dark entity? Why was that there? Why was the dark entity there? Ooh, to create some sort of chaos, to create some sort of like disruption.
Can you see how it's connected to me? It's okay to speak the truth. I trust you.
It was supposed to hurt you in some way. Oh, that felt so sad. It's part of your solar plexus.
Yes. Can you see how it attacked me?
Something about fallen. It was supposed to make you fallen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that is.
I'm going to go ahead.
It was supposed to smush you?
Yeah.
Wow. It was really trying to hurt you.
Yes.
I'm going to clear that.
I will explain the story. Some of the story I've only just learned.
Okay.
So if I trace back I don't know how many lifetimes this is ago, there's a place to the south of this town I live. I'm on the east coast of Scotland. About 1.5 miles south, there is a hill. And on that hill, it's around 300 or 400 years ago, maybe a bit older. I had a long lifetime. My name was Trinity. I was a witch, a healer. And on top of this hill, there was a crystal cave. And this is where I did my healing. I was incredibly powerful. The gifts I have now were amplified through the crystals. I would heal, communicate. I was a grid worker, an activator. I was preparing this planet for the shutdown of the grid, preparing for its reactivation in this lifetime.
I was just going to say, you still are a grid worker.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm just being shown there's been a repetition for what happened next. So the repetition was, I can't tell if it was in that lifetime or the next lifetime. They're almost like the same. I think as Trinity, I lived very long, like 100+ years. And in the next lifetime, I woke up very quickly. Like as a child, I was just awake. And it's like I was living in the same town. I was living in the village just to the south. And there was a group of us. And there was a war between us. I guess we consider ourselves like the witches of light and good. And there was those that practiced destruction and black magic, dark magic.
I can see them. They have fire.
Yes, yes. And they, during the war, they were killing my loved ones. And I came to this place next to my house where I live now. And I use my powers to open up this portal. So this portal is not, it is a massive energy channel. It like runs vertical. It runs down deep into the planet's core. And I went to it and I severed it. So it ran to the sky. I severed it. It's quite a huge area, like maybe 30 feet is a circle.
Wow.
And then I reached in and I opened a portal to hell. And I set the demons upon my enemy. And I thought that I could protect myself and my loved ones. But the first things the demons did was attack me, like a moth to flame. And they stripped me first of all my gifts. I see this like rushing, like this thousands, like millions of demons, like just flying out. And I was just like shredded. And they were able to do this because of the rage that I had for my act of vengeance.
Yes. Oh goodness. They used your rage against you.
Yeah. It's like an open door. What I didn't realize was the door I opened into Gaia, I opened in myself.
Oh, I feel that. I understand that.
And then the demons were able to influence the humans. And so the rich people that lived in the area built a massive wall around the town. Still exists today, and part of it still exists inside of my house. And it's a high wall, and they told the locals, like the poor people, they said, this is where we hunt. This is where we hunt for deer and for game. But they were human games. And they captured all of the witches, my loved ones, my friends, me. And they hunted us through these woods, trapped by the walls, trapped by magic. Demons would chase us through the woods as well as physically. It was a living hell, a living hell. And when I finally was caught, I was killed, but they killed my loved ones in front of me first. And the murderers were possessed by this demon. I'm just being shown that the demon was a reflection of me. It was like the opposite of me. Because I created it, it was part of me also.
Oh. Just reminding me to say that loving that part of ourselves will help alchemize it.
Yes. And this happened in my 3 years ago. This happened again in this lifetime. So you couldn't make this up. We live in a small seaside town. There's about 5,000 people. And shortly after I moved into this house, there was no prior experiences of this. All of the young people, not just teenagers, as young as 9 or 10, all the way through to early 20s, in their hundreds, counting at the highest around 800 people, would gather in this wooded area. It's quite small. It's only about the size of maybe the plots of land for 2 or 3 houses. And they gathered there because this energy, this entity, this swirling darkness was calling them. And it was to repeat the same pattern, to put me in fear, to suppress me, to keep me from my lights. And
to strip you again of your gifts.
Yes. But every day I kept showing up. And even when in the early hours of the morning, when I would wake up and go into my studio and record a song, there was people still there from all night partying, starting fires, fighting, drugs. It was incredible. In such a small, loving town, this inexplicable behavior, these like riots. But I just kept showing up. And then I became, they're just showing me this lesson again, which is like the actions I took where I engaged with the community, fire brigade, the schools, police. I brought everyone together. I brought the light and everyone together. And I helped heal it. I helped bring awareness to witness. And then finally the act of when I faced my fear in the darkness. I was always scared of the dark in the woods and I didn't understand why. Only in the woods. I went to the same spot where I died. And can you see what I did there?
I can't right now. I apologize. I'm a little distracted. My alarm is going off. I have an appointment for my son where I meet with his therapist. He's neurodivergent. So I meet with his OT. Yeah. And time has come too soon.
So fast. Wow. But thank you. Yes, I played guitar and I sang and I healed the space.
That's so beautiful.
As the birds, there's like angels singing and healing.
I feel the love of it, of you being in that space.
So beautiful.
It is.
And I wanted to know, I just wanted to say how grateful I am for this amazing session to help me connect with my soul origins, for being my guide, my dolphin, and for helping me through this recent healing. It's incredible. And for seeing my darkness. I've not seen my darkness as an entity before, and it is so beautiful. I'm being shown to connect with him and to continue to heal, to acknowledge, to witness, to just be the darkness and the light together in balance as one.
That's what I've been learning myself. I'm so grateful for you for being open to receive. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel it in my body.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go hang out with some trees later.
Me too. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to go outside and hold the tree.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Oh my goodness. This was too beautiful.
Gifts. You have really incredible gifts. They are so powerful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You as well. Mm. And it's so beautiful sharing them together. Oh my goodness. Mm.
Yeah, I've never been able to. I've never connected with someone like this before, where there is such balance in our gifts,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to help myself, talking myself through my healing, as well as like your insights are just incredible. I just want to hold space for your gifts and to wish you such love in your exploration of them, in that universe of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I feel like parts of me are being cracked open.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Oh my goodness. Mm. Mm. I love stones. It makes total sense. My goodness.
Yeah, let's definitely keep in touch over the next 2 or 3 days. It feels like we'll both be integrating a lot. And to drink lots of water and to rest.
Mm-hmm. I just drank some lemon water with honey. It's
Oh, wow.
so healing. It's so healing. I found local honey and it's so healing.
Beautiful.
Mm. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. If possible, could I have a copy of the recording?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
I'll just send you like a private YouTube link, and you can
Thank you. Thank you. I would love to do this again if you're set aside.
Yeah, definitely.
Some okay.
Yeah, I'd love to. That would be amazing. Thank you.
I think so, yeah. Well, then I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you to all your guides and angels and everyone who helped in the session. Thank you.
Thank you. It was beautiful. All in our connection. I want to learn more about, I have a feeling when we see each other next, we're going to learn more about our guide that we share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I will see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Take care and thanks again.
You too.
Thank you. Sending love.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.